Well, good morning, everyone, from beautiful Dallas, Texas. Just wanted to do a little quick 3-4 minute update on um, practices and visit frequencies in hospice patients. I've noticed in my time as both a hospice nurse, a travel nurse, and a hospice administrator and director that oftentimes hospices will change a frequency to meet the needs of the hospice. Can't do that. Medicare law, and all the states that I've worked in, Texas, Oklahoma, Maine, the state laws, the plan of care and the visit frequencies have to reflect the needs of the patient, and those have to be met. Example, if a patient is declining and needs frequent nurse visits, you have to increase those visits to 3 times a week, 5 times a week, daily, twice a day, whatever is the need of the patient. You cannot say, well, we see these patients twice a week because that's what we need to keep up with them and maintain them and do a good job as a nurse and make sure that they are getting the care they need, and then only do 1 time a week visits on the days when you're on vacation or out sick or on holiday or there is a holiday or whatever. The visit frequency has to meet the needs of the patient and can't be changed to meet the needs of the hospice or the hospice employees. Those visit frequencies, again, are part of the plan of care, which is directed by the needs of the patient in coordination with the entire IDG team. This applies not only to nurse visits, but it applies to aide visits, it applies to visits by the hospice social worker, the hospice chaplain, volunteer visits. Everything is dictated by the need of the patient. So if you or your hospice is in the practice of changing visit frequencies to meet staffing needs, for instance, or accommodate somebody being on vacation or out sick, that's a bad practice, and it will eventually land you in trouble with some regulatory body, I can assure you. So if that is your practice, then that needs to change. Another thing on visit frequencies, it does vary state to state. A lot of states will let you will set frequencies based on a number of times per week or number of times per month, depending on discipline. But there are states, Missouri being one of them, if I'm not mistaken, that says not only do you have to say the patient will be seen X number of times in a specified time period, like 2 times a week for a nurse, but those days must be dictated. So you will have to, your plan of care will have to say, I will see this patient on Mondays and Thursdays, and there can be no variance from that, except on the situation where maybe the patient is unavailable or the patient requested, in which case that has to be reflected in your documentation. So visit frequencies, make sure that your plan of care is driven by the need of the patient. Make sure those frequencies are met according to the needs of the patient, and any exceptions to that are documented as to why those exceptions were made, and those exceptions have to be made, again, based on the needs or the desires of the patient, not on the needs of the hospice or the hospice employee. So that's my little 3.5 minute update on hospice visit frequencies. Hope that was informative, and by all means feel free to contact me if you have any questions. And furthermore, contact your state agency. Thanks. Bye.